So next we'll start putting on snaps. I say I can space them maximum 10 inches apart if I'm using the screw-in snaps, or if I'm doing the stick-on 3M adhesive snaps, they want them every 5 inches. It's another good thing of going with the screw-in. I know people don't want to put holes in their RV, but for me, my RV is already 9 years old, so I'm not really worried about it that much. So there's a couple different ways to mount the snaps. I elected to go with the screws, for the most part anyway. There's the snap, and on the back of the snap is a very high bond 3M adhesive pad. So you want to stick that onto the RV, where you want it of course. But first, the best thing to do is kind of go around the RV and mark out where you want it. Use a pencil and kind of mark where you want the snaps. Now, because I'm using screw, the maximum distance between is 10 inches, so I kind of mark 10 inches on my ruler, so I make sure to get them close enough together. So first thing, I'll take this isopropyl alcohol. It says 70% on it, but actually this is 50-50 water isopropyl alcohol mix. You really don't want to use any of the higher grade ones. You can get 99 and 91, 70, but they recommend 50-50 mix. Just because they don't want it to dry too fast. They want it to stick on there and allow the alcohol to really do a good cleaning of the surface. And that is really important for when you're not using the screws. I'm still going to do it for the screws just to give it an extra bit of hold. But if you don't do it with the screws and you're just going to go with the sticky part of the snap, they also advise to get these primer sticks. So you break a stick, and after you've cleaned it with the alcohol, you dab it with this primer, and that really fills in any gaps or valleys on the surface and allows you to get a really good bond. So I've found over the years, I have the RV shades, and I've really only had a few come loose, and that's more because I kind of let the material dangle in the wind and it kind of got a sideways pull on it. For the most part, they're all still well stuck onto the RV. So anyway, why did I go for the screws? Why do I want to put holes in my RV? Well, where we're going to be spending the winter is known for a lot of coastal storms, so it's not uncommon to get winds up in over 50 miles an hour here even. So I want to make sure I have the strongest, and they call this their high wind package. And also my RV is a bit old, so I don't mind putting a few screw holes in it here and there. Anyway, I'll demo putting that screw in there and mounting it, and then we'll also demo how to do with the primer. So I went along with a pencil and marked out where I want to put the studs. And it's going to be right under this, right into the metal, along there and there and there. So now I'm going to take a nice clean cloth. I'm going to clean off those areas really well with the alcohol. Just make sure they're super clean. Now I'll put the studs on. I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure. They say 15 pounds of pressure just to seat it. Next, the screws. So these are self-tapping screws. The only thing about using the screws is you have to make sure what's behind there. You don't want to screw into a plumbing pipe or an electrical cable or a gas piping at all. I kind of got a really good idea of my rig. I've had it apart many times and looked in everywhere, so I know kind of what's behind the wall. Also, the screws are quite small, so likely you're not going to hit anything, but if in doubt, check or contact your dealer or an RV tech to see what's behind different parts of your unit. And next I'll put the little snaps on. Snap in place. Now they're all ready to get the vinyl material put on them.